Hey everybody, it is Tirza for my monthly update. I am a day late, but better late than never. So let's just jump right into it. Last month on April 1st, I weighed 187.6 pounds. I had lost 13.3 pounds that month and 7 inches. Yesterday, I weighed 179.4, which is a loss of 8.2 pounds for the month, and I lost 9 inches. This month was pretty eventful. First of all, it was my birthday on the 7th. It was Lent, then there was Easter, and then my son made his first Holy Communion. So there was a lot going on. I would say, I technically would kind of call myself carnivore, but I guess I'm ketovore. If we're going to do labels or meat-based, whatever. Because on a daily basis, there are non-animal based products in my life. Not every day, that's a lie. Most days I have 1 cup of coffee, which probably really equals to like 2 or 3 cups of coffee. The mug is big. It's like this mug. It's next to my face. Okay, it's pretty big. And I have a mug of coffee like that with a tablespoon of coconut oil, a scoop of collagen powder, a squeeze of stevia, and 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. And then the only other non-carnivore food I would have then at the evening-ish time, not too late because there's a little bit of caffeine, I have a hot green tea. Nothing in it, just the tea, plain. So anyway, during Lent, Fridays you're not supposed to have meat. Now normally I would fat fast or something like that, but I chose not to this year because I do those 3-day fasts at the end of every month, and I just didn't think having a weekly fast plus the 3-day fast, and I'm already intermittent fasting, and my intermittent fasting, I set it for 18:6. But I usually actually end up ending my fast at 20 hours or 22 hours. That seems to be the magic numbers that I wind up hitting end fast. 20 hours, 22 hours. And I generally have my eating window somewhere between 1 to 3 hours, and that's it. So I do all that already. So I was like, this year I'm not just going to have a fat fast on Fridays. I'm going to eat. So every Friday I had salmon with some asparagus, cooked in butter, salt, and squeeze of a wedge of lemon over all of that. And I would foil and broil it, and it was really good. I would make that for myself and for my mother every Friday. But then on my son's communion, we went to Maggiano's, and that's a pasta place, and I ordered the ribeye, which I believe is the first ribeye I've ever had in 45 years. I don't recall. It's possible I've had it, but to my knowledge, that's my first ribeye. And it came with mashed potatoes and asparagus, and I asked them not to put the mash, so I think they probably gave me more asparagus, and it was definitely cooked in some kind of wine sauce and garlic, and it was very good. But I only drank earlier that day the coffee that I mentioned, made the same way I mentioned it, and then I had that meal, and I was up 2.5 pounds, I believe, the next day. So I'm just assuming, because that's not a lot of calories or a lot of food, I'm just assuming maybe it was cooked in vegetable oil, and maybe the wine sauce or whatever, I just had a little inflammation. So it was kind of a bummer because I weighed about, what did I wind up weighing? I weighed a little less than 2 pounds. So a little more than 2 pounds from where I ended up for the first, a week and a half ago. And yeah, okay, losing 1 point whatever pounds, almost 2, in a week and a half is great. But not really when you're doing a 3-day water fast, that's kind of not a lot. But I'm really not that concerned. It was just an interesting trend that happened this month. Also, my husband was hospitalized this month for a couple of days, and then he had to go back to the hospital. He had another another bout of diverticulitis, and he had an abscess in his intestine. So there was a lot going on. My birthday, he threw a barbecue, and there was no intermittent fasting that day. I think I wound up probably being like 16 hours like fasted, and whatever that is for the eating window. But I noticed I ate a lot more that day of my birthday. And then the next 2 days, I also ate more. Not as much as I ate on my birthday, because on my birthday, I think I ate like 6 hamburgers and like 6 hot dogs, Tayton sausages, no sugar or anything. I ate that, like, plus cheese. I did not gain any weight. And then the next 2 days, I ate similarly, but not as much, but more than I normally do eat. And I wound up just staying the same weight, not gaining anything, but not losing anything. But I felt so much better. Like, I had a little pep in my step, and I thought, this might be what it feels like to feel normal. Now, I didn't feel like some of these carnivores, whatever, that they've got this carnivore zen and this energy, and their brain fog is lifted. I didn't get any of that, but I felt downright normal. I didn't feel like a sick person, and I really enjoyed that. And then I went back to doing what I normally do, and then Easter happened, and I did the same thing. I extended my eating window. I ate a little bit more. I did gain weight during those 3 days, though. I think about 2.5 pounds. But again, I felt really good compared to how I normally feel. So I think this month, what I am going to do is experiment that. And I think, not that like on a normal day, I don't eat a lot of food, but I think I'm going to eat more fat and a little more food, and see how that goes. If I gain 2 or more pounds by the end of this month, I will tweak it and revisit it, and maybe do 5 more calorie days and 2 lower calorie days in the week. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But I'm going to play around with that, because the whole point of this is about health. Now, mind you, I've learned that my spine is degenerated basically from my neck down to my tailbone, and I've got degenerative disc disease, and some of my discs are gone. We know I had that right ankle surgery, and I'm missing like 70% of the components of my ankle. My other ankle's jacked. Both of my knees have osteoarthritis. There's like no ligaments and cartilage left in those joints as well. And so it's not even about aesthetics, because I actually don't mind the weight that I'm at. If I could get rid of all the loose skin I have, which is, if I'm going to average it out based off of other people I've seen have surgery remove their skin, I'm going to say I have somewhere between 7 to 12, maybe more pounds of excess skin from my head to my feet. So if I could get rid of all that loose skin, I'd be very satisfied with where I am at physically, aesthetically. Mind you, if I could get rid of the loose skin, because the loose skin is such a mind F. It really is, especially around my arms and my stomach. My legs too, actually. I even have loose skin on my calves. It's insanity. But it's not about how I look. I have to get the pressure off of my back, my knees, my ankles. I'm not getting younger. So that's what's important to me. So I don't really want to gain any weight, but I also want to feel really good. So I'm going to give this a shot and see what happens. I got a new scale. It came in the mail. I saw Jen Mann, Carrie Mann's wife from Homestead How, talking about this scale they have that shows body composition. And it was actually really cheap for a scale of that nature. So I ordered it. And I got it tonight. So when I got on the scale, I've already eaten for the day, although I stopped eating around 1:30 p.m. I mean, I was just sipping on a green tea. That's why I had that mug here. And some water, but so the weight's a little higher. But actually, my old scale that I always show the picture of, and this scale are only 0.7 pounds off. So it's not that far off of each other. So I think even though daily weighing, a lot of people feel funny about it, but it works for me. I will just continue to weigh on my old scale, and then I'm debating whether every Friday, since I started it today, I should get weighed on the body comp scale, or if I should wait just and do it once a month. I haven't decided. So those measurements that came up tonight, well, actually today, this morning, I weighed 178.1, so it was actually down 1.3 pounds. And I think that was for two reasons. Well, I'm sorry, this video is so long. One, because when I break a fast, I break it with not too many calories. So I had like a mason jar size of bone broth, which was a lot, with like a big hunk of butter and some salt. And then like an hour and a half later, I had 4 hard-boiled eggs, 1 can of sardines, a serving size of 3 different hard cheeses, and some Dijon mustard. And that's all I had for the day. No coffee, no nothing. I don't even think I had the tea yesterday. I just had the bone broth, water, and that. And then also today, and this is TMI, so if you get grossed out by uncomfortable things, just shut me now. You probably already have, because we're moving on past 11 minutes. But I had a BM, and normally when I have them, I don't have diarrhea, because it's not like I have a frequency to go or I have to go all the time, but the consistency when I do go is like diarrhea. This one was not. It was regular. So I think those two things, what I ate the night before and then having a BM, I think that is why it went down 1.3 pounds the very next day, which is crazy coming off of not eating and then eating. Today I ate a lot because I'm already in this I'm going to eat more mode. I had 4 pieces of bacon, a pound of ground beef, 70-30, I think 2 tablespoons of butter that I cooked it in, and 1 Applegate Farm hot dog, which has like nothing in it. It's 0 carbs. And 4 eggs. Plus I had my coffee in the morning, and now I had the tea. So I'm already, and I ate all the fat, like all the rendered fat. So from the butter and the thing, and not from the bacon. I cooked that in the air fryer, so all, like most of the fat dripped down into the thing. I didn't use any of that. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I don't even know where I am anymore. I'm crazy. So if I had anything else to say, my blood work. So my blood work came back. All of my fat soluble vitamins are amazing. The non-fat soluble vitamins, I am just making it into the normal range. So he's a little concerned that I'm having some malabsorption issues, because like I supplement out of magnesium. Like I do more than normal because of my neurological issues from having brain surgery. And I was at the lowest possible number you could be to be normal. I'll include a picture of that in there as well. Also, my vitamin E, the one kind, gamma tocopherol, I don't know what it is, like basically didn't exist. And actually, my thyroid was bad, like not existing either. And my hair has been falling out like crazy, but he seems to think maybe my thyroid is fine. He wants me 7 days off of the iodine and 7 days off of my vitamin B complex because it has biotin in it, and sometimes biotin can mask or alter the results for a thyroid panel. So I'm going to go take that tomorrow morning. I'm going to go to LabCorp and redo my thyroid panel, because tomorrow will be 7 days since I stopped taking my B vitamin and my iodine. So we're going to check that, and I'll show you those. It was a little disarming, like ooh, but everything else was pretty normal for the most part. Everything was pretty normal, except for those things. And this is way too long of a video. Nobody's watching this anyways, so if you did stick around, I am sorry and thank you, and I will update you guys about this second thyroid panel, because if that one comes out wacky, then I have to have a new conversation with him. And then in 6 months, he wanted me to start taking a vitamin E supplement that had the gamma vitamin E in it. I just ordered it. It's not going to come until Sunday, but he wants me to check it like around 6 months, because I go back to the doctor at the end of October, so he'd like to have it at least 2 weeks before I go back to this next follow-up appointment. Yeah, that's about it. So until next time, guys, I'm sorry. I'm sure there was more things I needed to talk about, but I've rambled on enough. So I will update you guys when I get the new blood work, probably the end of next week. And that's it. Till next time. Bye.